And when you got a little brick, so what? Wanna take it out, yeah. Life in the city is hard enough. And when you hear them things click, about to bust it out, yeah.
I know you never met my kind. Fascination never blew my mind. Bitter words, hard, too sweet. You confused, don't waste my time. Style try, caught them one. Another sucker know when it's done. Remove the rapper, blow, pop his fam, living good shit like bubble gum. Psychic anti-psychos, me. I'm tossing bread and pigeons around me. A 10-9 to check hoes who repeatedly try to check ties me. Finger gotta cut this trigger. Don't go gas to kill you. Don't go fall round the corner. You meet folks.
When life in the city is hard enough, and when you got a little brick, so what? Wanna take it out, yeah. Life in the city is hard enough, and when you hear them things click, about to bust it out, yeah. Life in the city is hard enough, and when you got a little brick, so what? Wanna take it out, yeah. Life in the city is hard enough, and when you hear them things click, about to bust it out, yeah. You never even heard of one such, and never seen no one such, until you live on the run. Cause you can't see the way the bullets come, though. Some will, some won't. Some get it, some don't. Ain't no sympathy for the weak and needs me a temple beat like what? Legs in the air laid out like a dead rope to the bump. Trying to ride in on the coke. Should've never hit the bad note. I feel the image of a broken tree as I scope your brains through the red smoke. And the people wouldn't even care. They saw you once and then no more. So we didn't even hit a click, cause it was already caught. If you want it made, you get voted up, come it up and toss. Cause life in the city is hard enough. And when I got a little bit, so what? I'ma take it out, yeah. When life in the city is hard enough. And when you got a little bit, so what? Wanna take it out, yeah. Life in the city is hard enough. And when you hear them things click, about to bust it out, yeah. Life in the city is hard enough. And when you got a little brick, so what? Wanna take it out, yeah. Life in the city is hard enough. And when you hear them things click, about to bust it out, yeah.
Talking about the ghetto, funky, funky ghetto. Trying to survive, trying to stay alive. The ghetto.
Welcome back to the show. Man Talk Monday. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. On Monday, we give out Ballas and Bustas once again if you're new to the show. So who deserves a baller? Who deserves a buster from this past weekend? James Harden deserves the Baller Award. Goes for 37 as the Rockets get it done, beating the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kind of outshining Russell Westbrook. No kind of about it. He does. The Rockets pulled away in the third quarter and coasted to a 118-87 victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Once again, Ball Award to the Houston Rockets. So listen to this. The Beard had 9 assists, 7 boards, and Patrick Beverley, who had the tough task of guarding Russell Westbrook, had a playoff career best of 21 points, along with 10 rebounds. So Patrick Beverley has a big game. You remember, they got some little history, Beverley and Russell Westbrook, where he kind of undercut Russell Westbrook and messed up his knee a couple of years ago in the playoffs. Westbrook had 22 points, 11 boards, and 7 assists, but he made just 6 of 23 shots and had 9 turnovers for the 6-seeded Thunder. That's not a good look. For Houston coach Mike D'Antoni, it's the first postseason win since April 27th of 2008 with the Phoenix Suns. That's right. D'Antoni's teams were swept in the first round in his last 2 trips to the playoffs in 2011 with the Knicks and in 2013 with the Lakers. Which is crazy, man. If you sit back and think about it, the success that D'Antoni had at Phoenix, okay, as well as the success that he's having now with the Houston Texans, with the Houston Rockets, they kind of bookmark what happened in New York, which was horrible, and what happened in L.A., which is even horribler. But there's no denying Dude can coach, man. But I guess it's just have to be certain things that are in perfect order for him to be successful. He has to have that player. And when he was with the Lakers, man, and when he was with New York, man, it was bad. It was almost like he had forgot how to coach based on what he had done when he was in Phoenix. Up next, Oklahoma City will remain in Houston for 2 days of practice before Game 2 on Wednesday night at the Toyota Center. And if you didn't know, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, the MVP voting for the NBA MVP has already occurred. So, yeah, you might be saying to yourself, wow, Harden getting the best of Westbrook and getting the best of Oklahoma City Thunder, but such is not the case. It doesn't even matter at this point. The voting have already been made. Keep in mind, all votes had to be submitted by April 14th. So the voting has already been completed. There are 100 voters, and I'm taking this story from SB Nation. There are 100 voters, and SB Nation was able to track down 59 people that had voted for the NBA's MVP. At the time of those 59 people found, 38 of those people voted for Westbrook in first place, while Harden received 16 first-place votes. So it looks like from that sample size that Russell Westbrook is going to win this MVP award. Yeah. And, I mean, you don't know about the other votes, but from that sample size, it looks like that Russell Westbrook is getting is going to win this thing as he gets the vast majority of the votes from the writers that SB Nation were able to find. Kawhi Leonard received 3 votes, while LeBron James received 2. So SB Nation's current estimate at the time this story was written a couple of days ago has Westbrook leading Harden 463 to 326, including the votes each player received for the first through fourth place votes as well. So if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, man, I've been campaigning for this cat all year long. Simply put, I think he deserves it. I think he was the most valuable player to the Oklahoma City Thunder this year. I think he had done something historic in the fact that he's only the second man in NBA history to average a triple-double, and it hadn't been done for over 50 years. I mean, if you don't win the MVP after putting your team on your back, making it to the playoffs, so you don't win the MVP with that resume, well, damn it, you ain't never going to win the MVP award. So it looks like that Westbrook is going to win it. Tough night for him last night, but it looks like he is going to win it. We'll definitely, as soon as the final decision comes out, we'll definitely get into it. We will definitely get into that. Y'all know that. Also last night in the NBA, man, James Harden, or not James Harden, last night also, was it last night or was it yesterday? Yeah, I think this game was yesterday. John Wall scored a playoff career-high 32 points, and Markieff Morris added 21 in his NBA playoff debut. In his debut, as the Washington Wizards beat the Atlanta Hawks 114-107. Yeah, we were watching this while we were eating Easter dinner yesterday. Wall scored 15 points in the third quarter and finished with 14 assists in the best playoff performance of his young career. Morris, in his first taste of the postseason after 448 regular season games, caught fire early in the second half to push Washington ahead, and the Wizards held on to take the series lead. Bradley Beal had 22 for the Wizards, who got enough from their top players to offset 25 points from Atlanta's Dennis Schroeder. Me and my brother was debating and arguing this yesterday. My brother's one of those Dennis Schroeder haters, And y'all know me, I'm a big fan of Dennis Schroeder. I love Schroeder game. I love Dennis Schroeder's game, man, and he was on yesterday, man. 25 points for Dennis Schroeder and 19 for Paul Millsap. Dwight Howard, man, he had 14 rebounds and just 7 points. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. And if you listen to the Doug Stewart Show and to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network and the 2 Live Stews before this, man, y'all know that I'm not a fan of Dwight Howard. Y'all know I'm not a fan of Dwight Howard. It's a long story. He challenged me on a flight coming back from Bristol, Connecticut a couple years ago, but I wasn't scared. I had my brother there. We were going to have to tag team his ass, do the Pitbull Brothers, whatever we had to do. So that's a long story. I don't want to get into it. But all jokes aside, man, Dwight Howard is a shell of himself from a couple of years ago, man. He can get rebounds because he's just so much bigger than everybody else. He's never had that great of an offensive game. Never really had that, that good of a game or in the paint, in the low post. But man, just watching this guy yesterday, man, he misses so many point blank shots. Like he looks lost out there offensively, man. And every once in a while, he can muster up a good night, where he'll get you maybe 15 points or something like that. But I mean, when he first got into the league, and I think it's health, I mean, there's no thinking about it. He's had back issues over the last couple of years. But it's really sad. Like, I really wish that the Hawks could have had Dwight Howard, say, 2011 or something like that before he went to the Lakers. Like, I wish we could have had the Orlando Dwight Howard. This present Dwight Howard, man, is not good at all. I mean, he's a big body. I guess he can change a lot of shots. He's a defensive presence down there still. But, man, I mean, he is an absolute shot. Like, the Dwight Howard that first got in the NBA was one of probably the top 10 athletes maybe in NBA history. Like, this dude literally ran the floor like a guard. And, man, it's just tough to watch this guy, man, this year. Really struggle from the offensive side of things, man. The Wizards have won 4 consecutive games against the Hawks. In addition to containing Howard, Gortat had 14 points on 7 of 11 shooting and 10 rebounds. Coach Budenholzer elected to keep Taurean Prince, who played good yesterday. Ball award to Taurean Prince. Yeah. Coach Bud, man, good job, I think. I think it's a good move keeping Taurean Prince, even though he's a rookie, man. Made a bunch of big three-pointers yesterday as well. That young man's going to play a long time in the NBA, man. He had 14 points on 6 of 11 for shooting. So, Game 2 will be at the Verizon Center on Wednesday night between the Hawks and the Wizards. I think I call the Hawks to win this, and maybe it's because I'm rooting for the home team. The Wizards really didn't impress me a lot yesterday, and it was a lot made of, the physical play from the Wizards yesterday. And a couple of their players in particular, man, for that team. What's the kid's name? We talked about him a little bit earlier. Morris, the Morris kid. And I don't think his brother plays on that team, or maybe he does and he's on the bench. They played together throughout most of their career. But the Morris kid played real physical. There was a quote from one of the players saying that those cats played MMA. I think it was from Millsap. Said they played MMA. And the Hawks said they played basketball. Well, damn it, you better hurry up and start playing some MMA if that's what it's going to take to win the damn game in the playoffs. Handle your business. But the Wizards didn't look like such a dominating team. If you watch that game, the Hawks really played well in the first half, held the lead for much of the first half, maybe a little bit through the third quarter as well. So it's going to be a long series, another series that probably is going to go to 6, maybe 7 games. So hopefully the Hawks can turn around in Game 2. Let me read some